Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have another one of these interesting tessellation puzzles. Now, we had seen one of these a few weeks ago, and I know there was some requests to have more of them. I was hoping to be able to get to one of these sooner, but this is what it is at this point. I blame life or whatever, but that's where it is. Anywho, I did want to get back to these because these are very interesting puzzle types, and they don't go by your normal Sudoku. So it's a bit of a, that kind of a weird variation to things. So with that said, let's take a look at this one and we'll do a little reminder of what tessellation is. But this one is called Killer Tessellation by Sujoyku. Now the previous one we did, I think it was a Kropke tessellation, and it was by a different setter than Sujoyku. But this is the same concept. It's taken from that the brainchild of the tessellation type puzzle here. So anywho, what the heck is tessellation again? So we've got all of these cells, they're either squares or octagons, whatever they may be, must have a digit from 1 to 9 placed into all of them. Now, obviously anything outside of this shape we do not fill in, but then we also have that cells sharing an edge can't have the same digit. So if we were to put a 5 here, let's say, none of these could also have a 5 because they share an edge. You can think about this guy can't have a 5 in any of these, but that's a little bit more obvious. Then we also have each horizontal row and vertical column contains a non-repeating consecutive set of digits in any order. So this is like a Renban. So the example here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you were to think about any of these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 different digits here, so this could be any grouping of consecutive digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we just have to figure out how all that will work together. So that's the basis of the tessellation puzzles. Just a little recap there. And then the point of this specific puzzle near here is the killer cages. So as you can see, digits in a cage sum to the clue in the top left. There's a little bit of extra wordage there. That's no big deal. So these two add up to 12, these add up to 10, these to 9, etc., etc. So with that said, again, let me know if you guys want more of these types of puzzles or just puzzles that are off standard, I guess is a good way to put it. Because there's a couple of other ones that I'm wanting to get to as well that are not necessarily the norm of Sudoku puzzles with their 9x9 grids and variants. But anyway, just let me know if you guys are into all that kind of stuff, and I'll find a way to make it happen. That said, for this puzzle specifically, links in the description below. Let's get started on it and see if we can get it figured out. So, what the heck do we do? That's always the first thing to think about. What the heck do we do? Well, I think we're going to have to start thinking about these guys. Obviously, we need to use the killer cages. That's the point of this puzzle. So we have these 2 rows that are almost entirely filled with killer cages. So there must be some way we can use that information. Let's start here, I guess. It's the smaller digits. It might be easier. I don't quite know, but we'll see. So we know that there's 5 cells here, and those cells must be of a Renban style grouping. We also know that this is a 10 killer cage, this is a 9 killer cage, so these 4 together have to add up to 19, which means the entirety of this row has to add up to at least 20. And also on the flip side, the row can't be any higher than 28, because these are 19 plus a 9 would get us to 28 as a maximum. So we're looking at somewhere from 20 to 28. Now we can think about what all of the Renban groupings would add up to and then start whittling down what can and can't be. Like this can never be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because that only adds up to 16 or 15. Slip of the tongue, didn't mean to say 16. They would only add to 15, which is well below that 20 mark. Now, what about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? We're looking at 20. So that would actually get you exactly... Oh, well, it technically could be possible, I guess, was what I'll start with, and then we'll think about why it doesn't actually work. If this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it adds up to 20, We have 19 here. This would have to be a 1, but we just said we're not using the 1. So that doesn't work. Next in line would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 25. 19, we could use a 6 here to get us to 25. What about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? I think that might be too much, isn't it? Because we got 15, 22, 30. Yeah, we can never do that. Okay, so this just is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this has to be a 6. And these are, okay, so there is a 5 in here. We can't put a 5 on the 10. It has to go with the 9. That's a 4 or 5. And we have to have 3, 7 that add up to 10 because those are the last 2 digits we have left over, and that works. Good. Okay, let's, I guess, now think about this guy because it's going to be the similar situation, right? We've got 5 cells, 4 of them add up to 23, so we have to get at least up to 24. Now, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't work, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doesn't work, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 we said added up to, what, 25, correct? So if this was from that grouping of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they would have to add up to 25. We already have 23. This would be a 2. Okay, that's the same thing. We just said we're using 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is no 2, so that can't work. So is this going to just be a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? That would get us to 30. Yeah, there's no way we can go higher than that. So this just is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if we said we're at 30 and we've already got 23, this has to be the 7. And we'll remove these. And we can probably whittle or figure out which one of these is which, right? Yeah, so the only way to make 11 would be 6, 5. And then, therefore, the only way to make 12 would be 4, 8. So there we go. Oh, and the 7 actually does see this. So this is 3, this is 7. What does that now give us? It means we have this column has a 3 and a 7. We have to have a Renban. So we have to have 4, 5, and 6. We have a 10 here. We can't put a 5 on a 10. So this is 5. This is a 4, 6 pair. Okay. Now, that puts a 5 on the 17. I'm wondering if we want to look here or here first. But let's look here because I'm already on it. So we have 12 left over. 9, 3, 8, 4. Well, there's 2 options. It's either 9, 3 or 8, 4. It can't be 7, 5 because there's already a 5 in here. But that's not enough information right now. Okay, let's look over here. We have a 6. This is a 5 cell, so there's never a 1 in anywhere. That's something, I guess. And there's always a 5 somewhere. This can't be a 5. This can't be 5. Because again, we're looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there has to be a 5. This can't be a 5. So one of these two is a 5. Now, okay, what are the options? What happens if this is one of the 2 digits? Is that the best place to start with? Because we could have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, no, maybe that works. Okay. Okay, let's think about the options. I was trying to think about it in the general sense, and I don't know if that works. If this is an 8, let's say, we're going to have to put a 7 in somewhere. So this could be a 1, 7. We also know we have to have a 5, so I would push a 5 here. Oh wait, we can never do 1, 7. Because if we put a 1 in here, and we have an 8 here, that will break it because we only have 5 digits. So we can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 digits. Okay. So the 7 would have to go here if this was the option we go with. And it would force a 5 here and a 3 here. Oh wait, that doesn't work either. Because where's the 4? We have 6, 7, 5, 3, and 8. That just doesn't work. Because we have a gap between our 3 and our 5. Okay. Now, does that mean that just isn't an 8? Where we look, we said 1, 7 doesn't work. We can't do 2, 6. So really the only option for this 8 is 5, 3. If that's the case, this can't be 8, is what we just said. So this is 4, 8. This has to be 5. This has to be 3 because we have to have a 5, 3 pair. And this one can't be a 5. So we're left with this here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. This is either going to be 2 or 7. Okay. What else does that do for us? Do we want to look at this 13 cage or not? Again, it seems like there's going to be options there. Because if we put a 2 in here, we need to make 11. There's got to be multiple ways to make 11. If we put a 7, these have to add up to 6. And, well, there'd be one way to make a 6, because we can't use the 5, because the 5 sees both of these with adjacency. But the 2, 4 could very well work. So I don't know if that necessarily is the place to go either. Okay. What else do we know now? Is there anything with these guys that we can deal with now that we have some digits given? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So we have to have a 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3 in this column. Sixes. Now, the 6s could be in any of these. The 7 could go anywhere. The 5s, no, no, and no. But it's these 3 are left with 5s. 4 can't go in any of these, but any of these could be... Oh, well, actually, this and this can't be a 4. Because both of these see them. So one of these is our 4. I'm hoping this marking is going to be legible because we don't have our normal 9x9 with all the grids. It's a little bit different way of going about things. Did we say we had to get to a 3, right? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yes, we have to have a 3 somewhere. So none of those are. That leaves 3s all out in here. So that really didn't seem like it got us too far, did it? Because we still hadn't put a 7. 7 could go in any of these, and I could put that in, but it's not really all that juicy, is it? Oh, wait, this can't be a 5. Why didn't I see that earlier? Yeah, it doesn't really help us because we still have 5s here or here, but... Oh, but we do have a 3, 7. No, we can't say we have a 3, 7 pair. Because we don't know what the final digits are. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Because this could be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, or it could be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so that didn't get us anywhere. That's lovely. What else do we have? Did we say something about the 17 clue that now might be changed because of this 3? Let's think about that again. It has to be 12 left over. It now cannot be 9, 3. So the options is just 4, 8. Right? Because we said 7, 5 doesn't work because of 5 and 7. Okay, so this is a 4, 8 pair, which means this has to be 6 because the 4 sees this. 6 and 4. That means this can't be a 6. Still is not great because one of these two is a 6, which sees this guy. So this is 5. This is 6. This 5 sees this 5, so now this is the only place the 5 can go. Because it can't go here, it can't go here, 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 or here anymore. So this is 5, and this is 4. Okay? something. It's something. What else do we now know, if anything? Let's think for a second. Let's see if there's anything now that we've shown here. What about this row? Because we know we have 3, 4, 5, and 8. We have to have a 6 and a 7 at least. Now, that doesn't do anything, because any of these could be 6s or 7s. And then the other digit that's left is 2 or 9, and we know nothing about 2s or 9s. Okay. Maybe we need to think about this column the same way we did this one. Or is this 13 now a good clue because we figured out this is a 4? Let's think about that. That seems like it makes more sense. Use the clues that you get instead of wandering around for a second. Let's think about this again. So what do we say? If this was a 7, oh, that was it. This can't be 7 anymore because we said these were left over with 6 if this is a 7. Well, they can't be 5, 1, and they can't be 4, 2. So this is a 2. Now, if it's a 2, what are these actual possibilities? Because we need 11. It can't be 9, 2, obviously. It could be 8, 3. This one can't be 8, so this can't be 3. What's the next option is 7, 4. It can't be 7, 4. And we can't do 6, 5 because we have 6s and 5s looking here. So this just is an 8, 3. That's interesting. So that's 3. That's 8. That rules out these from being 3s. Okay. Now, we didn't really resolve anything necessarily. Oh, did we? The 4. There has to be 4 here. And it can't be any of these because of these guys. So it is here. Okay. Now, probably should mark these in as what they can be so we don't miss anything here. So the possibilities are 2, 6, 7, and 9. Now this one couldn't be 6. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Okay. But we have more information in some rows. So we need to be able to put 5, 6, and 7 in this row to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This can't be 6. This can't be 7, so it's 5. Therefore, this is 7, and this is 6. Did that do anything? Because we're getting more digits. Oh, this has to be an 8 because of this. If this is a 7, we can't get down to 4. This can't be 6 and 5 together. So this is 8, and this is 4. What about now this guy? Now on this one, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, so we don't have any gaps right now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We do need to have a 3 in here somewhere, though. But there's 2 options for it. And we don't necessarily have anything else that I can see. What about, I was going to say, what about one of these two? But maybe this one's the better one to look at because it has the killer cages. So we know these are both 10s. We know that we can't use a 6, 4. So these groupings have to be from 9, 1, 8, 2, and 7, 3. These can't be 8, 2 or 7, 3. Because the 8 and the 7. And since this is an 8, 7 pair, this has to be a 9. So this has to be 1. That could have been an easier way to look at it, but whatever. This could have, no, it couldn't have been a 6. So once we knew this was a 7 and 8, this had to be a 9 because there's no way to put a 6. Okay. These can't be 8s, so it can't be 2, so it is a 3, 7 pair. That one doesn't quite see this yet. So what are these guys? They have to be from 2 and 8. Those are the only things left over, which makes sense because this would be the last set for the 10. Okay, we're moving somewhere now. This 8, we'll do the same thing we did over here. This can't be a 3. This is 7 and 3. This has to either be 6 or 9. Both are an option at the moment. And we know we have to have... I don't know that this digit is great to work with. Because this column, or row, excuse me. Well, actually, this can't be a 2, can it? No, it can be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It could be if we don't have a 9. Okay. So let's look elsewhere. Oh, I thought I had something here. Or do I? Didn't we say we had to have a 3? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There has to be a 3 in this column, no matter how you look at it, and this can't be 3, so this is. Okay, that comes back up here and helps us. This can't be 9 or 7 or 6. It is a 2, which means this is not a 2. And what does this have to be? It's either 1 or 4 to go with the 2 and the 3, and it can't be 4. This is 1. Good, 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 good. That 2 also removes this from being a 2. And what do we have left over? We have to have a 6 in this column because we have 2, 3, 4, and 5 already. And we have to have a 7. So this is the 6 because this one can't be, and this one is the 7. That 2 essentially ruled those out. That 6 gives us the 9. What is this? This has to be 7 for this row. Good. We're getting there. We're getting very close here. Okay, let's look at this one in conjunction with this one. Because again, we know we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the left option are 2s and 8s. Or is that? No, that's not entirely right. But we can still use that information. We don't have to use both sides of it. So it's from 1, 2, 8, and 9. The 7, though, does reduce this. This can't be 1 or 2 because we can't get to that. So this can't... No, maybe it can be. This could be 8, 2 or 9, 8. Okay, what about this guy? Okay, since this can't be a 6, this has to be an 8, 9 pair. Good. What else is left now? There's not much here, so hopefully we have something. We need to be able to put a 2. Well, the 2 could go here. We need to put, oh, the 3. There it is. We have to put a 3 in here. This is a 9-cell column, and this can't be 3, so this is 3. Now we have to put a 2, and it can't go here, so it goes here, 2 and 8. That gives us our 9 and our 8, and we have one digit left. What is it? It is a 9. Hey, you solved the puzzle. Awesome. Cool. So that one worked out pretty well. There were some tricky spots where you really had to go through the options. And again, you have to kind of bend your mind, or at least I do, because I look at a lot of Sudoku, so my brain gets kind of funneled into normal ways of doing things, but this definitely has to, you have to free yourself a little bit to think about it in slightly different ways. But anyway, wonderful puzzle, just as good as the first one we did. And again, by a different setter this time, so hopefully there's more setters that also jump onto this little boat and do some of these tessellation ones. I know there are other tessellation puzzles out there as well that use different rule sets. So we did one that was Kropke, this one's Killer Cages. I'm trying to think what the other ones were that I've seen. There's one that was like a clock or something like that. I might try to take a look at that one, and there's a couple of other ones. Anyway, point is, heck of a puzzle. Really enjoy this tessellation type of setting. Hope you guys do as well. Like I said at the beginning, let me know if you enjoy these types of oddball type of puzzles, and we'll continue to try to put more up on the channel if we can. So anyway, thanks for your time, and see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.